Hello, good day. Once again, I'm back, to continue from where I stopped on simultaneous equation. As you can see in our last class, we'll look at what is simultaneous equation and the methods, for resolving equations, involving simultaneous. Okay. Now, in our last class, we'll look at what we call the elimination method of resolving a simultaneous equation. And in this class, we're going to look at substitution method. But before then, let's have a recap of what we did in the previous class. Okay? Yes, assuming we want to use the elimination method to resolve this equation. And for instance, we tend, to eliminate x. Okay? Now, in a simultaneous equation, we have what we call the unknown. The unknown is x and y in this equation. Okay? And this unknown also has what we call the coefficients. And I said the coefficient is a number that multiply an unknown in an equation. Okay? Now, in this place, assuming we tend to eliminate, we want to eliminate x. So in our minds, we want to eliminate x. What we need to do, if you look at x here, this is 3x, and here we have 4x. In equation 1, we have 3x, and in equation 2, we have 4x. And we tend to eliminate x. What we need to do is to look at equation 2. What is the coefficient? What is the coefficient of x in equation 2? Is 4. We use it to multiply the whole of equation 1. That is the procedure. Okay? Now here, if we do intend to do that, this will become 4 times 3x plus 4 times y equals to 4 times 4. This becomes equation 3. Okay? And if we do this 4 times 3s, that will give us 12x. 4 times y, that will give us 4y. 4 times 4, and that will give us 16. This is now our equation 3. Then, you go to equation 1, you look at the coefficient of x here is 3. You use it to multiply the whole of equation 2. Okay? Now here, this becomes 3 times 4x plus 3 times 6y is equals to 3 times 10. This becomes equation 4. So 3 times 4x, that will give us 12x. 3 times 6y, that will give us 18y. And 3 times 10, that will give us 30. This is equation 4. Okay, what we just done here is that the elimination method, first thing you do, among the unknown x and y, which one do you tend to eliminate? If it is x, you look at the coefficient of x here. What number multiply x here? You pick it, use it to multiply the whole of equation 2. Then you come to equation 2 again. What is the coefficient of x here? Is 4. Use it to multiply the whole of equation 1. Once you have done that, you want to eliminate. Before you can eliminate, all you need to do is to see that the coefficient of x in equation 1 and equation 2 are made the same. Okay, that's what was just done. If you look at the coefficient of x here now in the equation 3 is 12, and that of equation 4 is also 12. Okay, so what we need to do, let's combine equation 3. Equation 3 is 12x plus 4 plus 4y is equals to 16. This is equation 3. Once we are done with this, our process is almost completed. Then the next step, I said that the coefficient of the unknown you tend to eliminate now, they are the same. Then you look at the coefficient of sign. Here we have a 12 plus, this one means plus 12, this one means plus 12. And I said that once the coefficient of sign, they are the same. If they are plus plus or they are minus minus, what you need to do is to subtract. Okay, you subtract. So you 12x minus 12x is off. That means we have eliminated x. That's the meaning of elimination. S disappear from the entire equation. Okay, then here we say 18y minus 4y, that will give us 14y. Here we say 30 minus 16, that will give us 14. Okay, the next thing to do is to see what is the coefficient of y here. What number multiply y is 14. So you divide both sides by what? 14. You say divide both sides by 14. So 14 divide 14, here will become y. 14 divide 14 on the right hand side, that becomes 1. So here we can see clearly that the value of y is equal to 1. Then we want to find x. Okay, the elimination of x enables us to to determine the value of y. But now, how do we obtain the value of x? So that's what we're going to do. What we need to do is to put the value of y in any of these original equations, either in equation 1 or equation 2. Okay, now let's look at that. Let's use equation 1. In equation 1 we have a 3x in place of y. In place of y, what do? You put 1 there, because the value of y is 1. So is equals to 4. Here, because we are seeing plus 1 here, and we want to collect lightens, then what do? We move this one to the right hand side. What we need to do, because this is plus 1, we look for the additive inverse of plus 1. Additive inverse of plus 1 is minus 1. We're going to add minus 1 to both sides. We say add what? Minus 1 to both sides. Both sides. Okay, now this becomes 3x plus 1 minus 1, because we said add minus 1 to both sides, so this becomes 4 minus 1. So here we have a 3x is equals to 4 minus 1 is 3 as well. So here, what is next here? We look at the coefficient of x here is 3, so we're going to divide both sides by 3. Okay, here we say 3 both sides by 3, so that x will becomes 1. We see that x is 1 and y is 1. So we can also check to see if our answer is accurate. So we can put this value in either of this equation. So here 3x is 1. 3 times 1 is 3, plus y is 1. Okay, 3 plus 1 is 4. It's very correct. Here 4 times 1 is 4. 6 times 1 is 6. So 4 plus 6 is 10. So this is to show that our answer is accurate. So by the time you follow these steps that I've mentioned in the previous video, and if you follow it tentatively, okay, you follow it bit by bit, you see that the process of resolving a simultaneous equation using elimination method become easier. But in this class, like I said, that we are going to look at solving a simultaneous equation using what we call a substitution method. Okay, so we're going to look at substitution method. So here we have 3x plus y is equals to 4, and then we have here 4x plus 6y is equals to 10. Okay, now, well, what do we mean by substitution? Substitution simply means to use one thing to represent another. Okay, in the substitution method, what we usually do is that we have two unknown here. We tend to make one subject of the formula or subject of the relations. Okay, that's the first thing you do. So you will now intend, the first thing you do, you choose which one do you intend to make subject of the relation among the two unknown. That's the first thing you do. Okay, now for instance here we have a 3x plus y is equals to 4 as our equation 1, and here we have a 4x plus 6y is equals to 10 as our equation 2. Now the one you want to use, first of all you choose which one do you want to make subject of the formula and from which of the equation. Okay, from here we're going to use equation 1. We'll make y. So we'll make y subject of the relation. Okay, subject of the relation or subject of the formula. Okay, what we simply means that only y will stand on its own. The yx we move to this side to meet with the constant on the right hand side. So here we say, if we say y will be on its own, it means this is plus 3, and if you want to move to this side, we can just say add additive inverse of 3 to both sides. Add what? Additive inverse of 3, which is minus 3x to both sides. To both what? Sides. So here we say 3x minus 3x plus y is equal to 4 minus what? 3x. Okay, so that your here now we will just have only y is equal to 4x minus 3x. This equation, because we said it, we're doing it from equation 1. We say from equation 1, make y subject of the relations. Okay, so here this equation that we have made from equation 1, we name it as equation 3. Please note, in this substitution method, the first equation you made it for, you cannot substitute this value there. So you go to the next step is that you will substitute the value of y into equation 2. So what it simply means that anywhere you see x, anywhere you see y, anywhere you see y in this equation 2, you are going to put 4x minus 4 minus 3x. That is the implication of that. So we now say put, the next step is that say put equation 2, put equation 3 into equation 2. Okay, this is our equation 3, this is our equation 2. So anywhere we see y, what do? We put 4x minus 4 minus 3x. Okay, here is 4x plus, we have 6. Okay, this one means 6 times y. So it means everything here, the 6 will multiply it. This will be 6 open brackets 4 minus 3x. Okay, is equal to what? Equals to 10. So we are substituting. Okay, here this is 4x plus this 6 is going to distribute, over these two terms here. It's going to distribute over 4 and it's going to distribute over minus 3s. So by distribution means multiplication. 6 times 4. So here it becomes 6 times 4. Here it becomes 6 times minus 6 times 3x is equals to what? Is equals to 10. So here it becomes 4x plus 24 minus 18x equals to what? Equals to 10. Okay, now we look at this term. This is 4x and this is minus 18x. So we put them together. 4x minus 18x plus what? 24 is equals to 10. Okay, now we are saying 4x minus 18x is definitely going to give us a negative result. Okay, 4x minus 18x. You see, this is 4, this is minus 18. So definitely our answer will become minus 14x plus what? Plus 24 equals 10. Okay, then look at this 24 and 10, they are constant. So we will try and move this plus 24 to this other side. And if we are going to do that, we can say add, because we want to get rid of this one from here. Add minus 24 to both sides. Okay, so this become minus 14x plus 24 minus 24 is equal to 10 minus 24. Okay, here that means this and this, they are off, so we'll be left with minus 14x is equals to now 10 minus 24. We're saying 10 minus 24 is going to give us a negative answer 2. So 10 minus 24 is going to give us minus what? Minus 14. Okay, the next step is that What is the coefficient of x here? Is minus 14. So we divide both sides by minus 14. Both sides by what? Minus 14. So this will go with this, and the s minus 14 divided 14, that will give us plus 1. So our s is what? Is 1. Okay. Now having obtained that, having obtained the value of x to be 1, what you need to do, you come back quickly to equation 3. Equation 3, and put the value of s in equation 3, so that the value of y can easily be obtained. Okay, so that's what you do. So you say y here from equation 3, come here from equation 3, we said y is equals to 4 minus 3x. So we know that value of s is now 1. So here is 4 minus 3 times 1, so that y is equals to 4. 3 times 1 is 3. Okay, that is 4 minus 3, so that y is equals to 1. Y is equals to what? Equals to 1. Okay, you see that when we use the elimination method and when we use substitution method, you see that the results, they are the same. Okay, now let me have a recap of what I've just said. In the substitution method, substitution means that one is representing the other. Okay, we are using one variable, one of the unknown, to represent the other one. Okay, now the first thing you do is that you try as much as possible to make you choose the unknown that you want to make subject of the formula, either in equation 1 or in equation 2. Okay, once you have done that, the next thing is to make sure that you make that particular number the subject of the relation. That means the number must stand alone. That's what it means. Okay, now after making that particular unknown the subject of the relation, you name that equation as equation 3. Don't make any mistake of putting this equation 3 into the equation that you use to make it as the subject of the formula. So that the error will come in there. Okay, all you need to do is to put it in the other equation that you didn't you do not use. Okay, then after that, all you need to do is, once you did that, you see that you've also removed that particular number, the other unknown, and everything will become the other one that you didn't choose or did not make a subject of the relation. Then you now find the value of the unknown using the procedure of normal linear equation of collecting like terms. Once you are done with obtaining one of the unknown there, the next thing is that you go to equation 3. Always go back to what? Equation 3, and substitute the value there to obtain the other one that you've made the subject of relation. So this is the substitution method. Okay, the procedure, they are quite straightforward. Okay, now in our next class, we are still going to carry out more questions. So we're going to be resolving more questions on simultaneous equation using these two methods. All right, all I want you to do is to help me, Olo, hit the subscribe button, and also share to other platforms. Have a nice time. See you till my next virtual class. Have a nice day.